Well, hello, my paranormal peeps, and welcome back to another Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. My name is Matt Harvey. I am the founder and lead investigator with Deep Woods Paranormal. Along with my wife, Amanda, we explore everything unknown. Anyways, that can include Bigfoots, UFO, ghosts, haunted locations, cryptid creatures, aliens, UFOs, dogman, you name it. If it's paranormal in nature, we investigate it. All right, so let's get started today. There's a lot to cover. We're going to be talking about the Normandy Inn real quick. We'll also be talking about our new app, which I'm super excited about. So we'll talk about that in a second. Also, we're going to be talking about the Jefferson Bigfoot conference. We're going to that. So if you're going to that, well, hopefully we'll see you there. We're super excited about that. We just got some new shirts in and stuff, so we'll be displaying those for you guys, and then you're going to be able to buy them if you want them. And then also, again, we're going to go into kind of a deeper dive in the Normandy Inn stuff. So, all right, let's get started. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let me see. We'll start here. All right, this is our website. This is not where I wanted to be, but that's okay. All right, so let's start with the mobile app. Okay, so what you're seeing here is a phone, of course. It's an outline of a phone. This is our back end of our website. This won't preview unless I have it on my phone, which is fine. So, or tablet or whatever. But it's too small to hold up like this the whole time and show you guys what I'm talking about. This is a little bit easier for you guys to see if you're watching this. If you're listening, again, our link to our website's down below. You can download the app and follow us there as you want. Also, I posted the link on our Facebook account and a few other places, so you guys can go there and download it there. What's a little different than our website, you can become a member, which is cool. You can chat with us. You can invite people. We have videos. We have the podcast, of course. Videos just basically is our YouTube videos. This is in edit mode, so I can't really change the channel here. Anyways, so our Rumble and our YouTube channel are linked here. Our podcasts, you can just scroll down and find them. Our store, and then we also have a place for you guys to basically interact with us. So, anyways, you can contact us. All our information's here. Let me see if I can go to a different chain. Let's see, so public group events. I'll go into this in a minute. This is easier to see on our website. But anyways, let's see. Oh, here we go. No, this is good. Okay, so this is our chat. Basically, we have a group chat on our app, or you can come in here and you can report things anonymously. You can chat with us. You can ask questions. You can do all kinds of cool things. So if you want to download our app, it's free. It's easy to do. I will put a link in the description below, and then you guys will be able to click on that and come here and on your phones, and you'll be able to just click down and interact with us. So if you just want to send a quick message or whatever, you don't want to go through Facebook or YouTube or Rumble or whatever, you want to ask us about a video, maybe you have a short story to share, feel free to post it here. And we can go from there. So anyways, let me actually take you over to our store. I mean our actual website. So this is the updated store. I've kind of talked about this before, but we have hats and everything here, so you can just scroll through. It's also on our app. It's also on our regular website. If you're on a cell phone, which I believe most of you probably are, different hats and shirts. Let's see, which one is this? That's the haunted shirt. Let's see, alien research, Bigfoot. Okay, so here's the new one. One of the new ones we just got. Let me see. Let me find the back because I like the back. It says undefeated hide and seek champion. None on the front just has our logo. Well, actually, not our logo. It has a different logo. Let me blow this up for you guys to see. So it has a different logo. It's a little more woodsy. And then again, of course, you can flip through and you can see the back. Anyways, we have one more that I wanted to quickly show you, and we'll move on. Let's see. So we have men and women's tees as well for all these shirts. And this is the one I want to show you. Here's the men's, where it says the Deep Woods Paranormal. It's a little bit different font, and then it has the official Bigfoot research on the front, and then on the back, if I can find the back, it has Sasquatch with a Bigfoot and a Bigfoot walking in the middle of the footprint. So, yeah, like I said, if you're interested in checking that out, you can check out our website, deepwoodsparanormal.com, or you can go onto the app. We can get it there. Or you can go, where's the other place you can get this? Yeah, I think that's the two places, whether you want to go on our app or if you want to go on our website. So everything's linked down below. Our website, our app, everything's going to be down below. I also wanted to talk about public events. The first one says Ghost Hunting Tour. This is at the Cold Springs Jail, the San Jacinto Cold Springs Jail. What's cool about this location is it's not just a jail. Yes, the jail is there, but there's also the remnants of an old ghost town. There's an old post office, there's an old schoolhouse, a double schoolhouse, which is really unusual. And then there's the post office, and then the grounds, of course, where they hung over 400 people from the property, on the property. So there's shadows and stuff like that. And there are some very intelligent entities at this location. So if you're interested, we'll be setting that up soon. It's going to be $20 a person. I think it's going to be just a couple hours. We're going to tour the jail and tour the other locations. And then, if you want to stay afterwards and hang out with us for a bit, we might investigate more. So, all right. So then we're going to be doing a meet and greet. We're in College Station, Bryan area. So we're going to probably meet somewhere in downtown Bryan. I'm working on finding a location. I might actually have some other guests that like to come to this, other paranormal researchers that you can meet as well. I'm trying to see if I can get a hold of the young lady that runs the ghost tours down here in downtown Bryan. She's a friend of mine, and I want to see if maybe she wants to come and say hello to you guys. She's really, really nice person. So really cool. And then also we're going to be doing public Bigfoot expeditions. What you're looking at, this picture is actually of Joe's camp. Unfortunately, because he has passed, I don't know what's going on with that. We have had no communication with any of the family, unfortunately. So that unfortunately may be gone, but we did a lot of research in and around his property. We're also working in the Sam Houston National Forest right now. We found a really cool location to do some Bigfoot research. And then we're going to be working in the Daniel Boone National Forest. We're also going to be working in, here, let me just pull up the map. I pulled up Jefferson real quick because I was going to show you guys that. But all right, so if I can back this out, if I can find where we're looking at. Okay, so here's the Sam Houston National Forest. And then there's also, this is also the Sam Houston National Forest over here. There's another little forest in and around here. I think it's the Angeles National Forest. It might be over here, but it's not showing. Anyways, so we're going to be doing a lot of different research. Here's the Davy Crockett National Forest. I'd like to get up there and do some research. So these forests, and then also around us too, in the Bryan College Station area, there's a lot of activity, not necessarily all Bigfoot activity, but you got Bigfoot, you got cryptids, including UFOs and dogman sightings, and also hauntings, all in this whole area. This is another area that I've been actually just getting a lot of reports from a lot of people. So thank you very much if you've been reporting stuff to us. I appreciate you reaching out and contacting us. Again, you can do it, under anonymity. And I can't even say that. You can do it privately, where we won't share your tongue twister for some reason. You can do it privately, where we won't share your information. We won't share your information anyways, more than likely. But if you send us a report, just give us some information about what happened. We want to know the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how, essentially. What did you experience? Where were you at? When was it? And then, more information. What happened? And so, for example, I was in the Sam Houston National Forest. I was in, just real close to this campground, and I can basically drop you a pin. And essentially, I was out hiking, and I heard some tree knocks, and then I heard a scream or howl, or I heard something walking, or maybe I saw something. And then I went back to camp, and it was quiet the rest of the night. So that's kind of stuff we want to know. We want to know where you're experiencing things. As you can see, all these blue dots, and it's not just Texas, but all these blue dots um, are reports, Bigfoot reports, and there's a lot of them. I mean, where you see these pens, there's multiple reports usually in and around these areas. What I'm doing is I'm trying to set up areas where I'm looking for clusters, so I can go out to these areas. Amanda and I can go out to these areas, and we can do some research and see if we can experience it for ourselves and hopefully document it for you guys. And that's what exploring the unknown is all about. It's not just Bigfoot, it's about anything paranormal: ghosts, UFO, Bigfoots, Dogman, cryptids, aliens, and UFOs, lake monsters, river monsters. I talked to a lady a while back who said that she had a lake monster out by her property. So she lives by a large body of water. I don't know what lake it is, but anywho, so yeah, that's something we want to research. So let's move on here. We'll come back to Jefferson in a second here. All right, so we talked about the mobile app. So here's our website again. Okay, so Bigfoot expeditions will be held in different areas. We might do one in the Sam Houston National Forest. We might do one in another forest. We might do one in another area where we basically have had experiences before. We might go into a place where there's a lot of pins being dropped. And what we'll do is we'll probably camp out for Friday, Saturday nights. And then we'll try and go and experience the Bigfoot activity in those areas. You guys will be allowed to use a thermal camera. We have night vision technology. We have audio recordings. We have a parabolic dish. We have all that stuff. So essentially, that's what we're going to be doing on these expeditions. And then basically, kind of talking, hanging around camp during the day, maybe going out looking for footprints and stuff like that. As it cools down the next couple of months, this is a good time to go out and look for that stuff. We're going to have to be careful that we don't go into areas where they're hunting, but we'll go into other areas where they're not hunting, and we'll see what we can experience. So that's what this is about. You're welcome to come onto the website and take a look, or on the app. Let's see. Let's go into here. Okay, so this is where the Normandy Inn is. I can link this to you guys. This is Paranormal Investigation at the Scary Haunted Normandy Inn, Ghost Hunters full episode. So basically, this is, God, we had so much stuff happen while we were there. The first night we were there, we didn't have any activity at all. I mean, it was very minimal. I think Amanda and Elena, who are, my wife Amanda and Elena, who's a friend of ours, who went with us to investigate this location, they saw an apparition of a man. When we were upstairs, we had just very few light hits on the K2s, and essentially we had, I'm pretty sure the door opened and closed while I was in there setting up. When I first got there, I was by myself. And if you watch back, you'll see when we're doing our walkthrough with Aaron, something happens. I don't want to give away this because I don't know how many people have watched this. But so, yeah, essentially, as we went through the first night, we did a 2-night investigation there. I was supposed to stay the night, and I didn't want to do it by myself. It was too hot in the house. It was like 80 degrees in there in the middle of the night. And I was sweating just walking around in shorts and a t-shirt on. So we ended up staying in a hotel that night. Amanda and I, her brother Jason was with us, and her niece Kaylee. In fact, I think Kaylee might go back with us. And then if you've listened to this podcast before, We also might have another couple of guest investigators show up with us for this. We might try and go live if we can get a signal inside the house. There's no Wi-Fi inside the Normandy Inn. Let me just show you something real quick. So this is the Normandy Inn. This has been a lot of different things. It's been a boarding house for kids. It's been a retirement community. It's been apartments. It's been all kinds of things over the years. The way you see it sitting now is kind of the way it is. Windows are boarded up and stuff like that. There's no running water, no electricity, none of that stuff is there. So essentially, the house is just laying dormant. But people see a woman in the window up here a lot of the time. In fact, let me go here. So you can see it's on one of the ghost hunting tours. It says only one person has ever lived at the Normandy Inn, and was the man who brought Satanism to the island. I don't know if I believe that, to be honest with you. And it says in one week after construction, a young boy threw himself out of the window and lived. When he was asked why he did such a thing, he replied, "Something evil is going to kill me." And so basically, this house is deemed the portal to hell, as it says here. So when we went in, I mean, the problem is it gets a bad rap. When you go into locations, you have to be very open-minded. And essentially, you have to just understand that just because somebody's deemed it something or not deemed it something doesn't mean it is or isn't that thing. Be it haunted. Maybe you have no experiences in this place and it's supposed to be really haunted. Sometimes you have, people have never had an experience in this place and all of a sudden you have all this activity happen. Sometimes you go into this place and people, yeah, it's very, very calm in there. There's nothing negative in there. And then all of a sudden you have a bunch of negative activity happen and vice versa. And you go in and like we heard, they practice voodoo in there to counter that demonic activity that was going on, which is true. And so we went in, and I know I've talked about this before, but if you're a new listener, you've probably never heard me listen to this. You've never heard me talk about this. Sorry, we have an animal behind me sneezing or something. Gee whiz. All right. So, anyways, I'm sorry. I had to turn to see which animal was sneezing like crazy. So, essentially, when we went into this location, I'm thinking, okay, this place is demonically haunted. There's negative energy in this place. And as we walked around, the more we walked around in this location, the more it became clear that there was a family there. Now, essentially, I mean, it could just been like the Brady Bunch, where basically it was over time, people have died and they've kind of all become a family, if you will. They all seem to be aware of each other. There seems to be two little kids, which if you watch this video of the Normandy Inn where we investigated, by the way, we're the only team that's legally investigated the Normandy Inn. We have exclusive rights right now to this location. So, anyways, this place, we found there was two little kids, and we know that one kid died and on the second level up here in the bathroom when a boiler exploded. It went basically from the first level through the second level into the third level, killing her instantly when it exploded. It was like a bomb going off. So we believe that the former owner still occupies the house. We believe that he's not negative or satanic ritual guy, or he's not, satanic. He doesn't practice satanic rituals at all. He seemed very friendly. He was very interactive when he did interact. And that was the second night. The second night we went back, we started in the daytime. You'll just see all the K2 hits. We started communicating with kids. We were playing hide and go seek with them, which shows intelligence. And by intelligence, I mean they can interact with us, like they understand what we're saying. They can comprehend what we're saying and interact with us in different ways, light up K2s and do things that are asked, like knock on the wall, stuff like that. and we pretty much communicate with the male entity. And then at the end of the second night, or second afternoon, I should say, we didn't really stay the night. We essentially started having um, the female come through the spirit box. And if you've heard the spirit box, you know it's annoying as hell to listen to. Very frustrating because it's really hard to understand anything coming through it. Basically, it puts out white noise, and basically, it's basically just like changing through radio stations. We have a spirit box now that's a little upgraded. It doesn't have all that white noise to it, and it's much easier and clearer to understand when you're listening through. You can hear it a little bit. The voices come through much clearer. Let's put it that way. You guys will see when this comes out. Anywho, so yeah, I mean, we made contact with her. She's told us, you know, it was time to leave. It's time for you to go. Blah blah blah. I mean, the whole time we were starting to pick up, she was just coming through nonstop through the spirit box, same voice over and over and over again, just telling us we had to get out. It was time to go. And then, thank God, I was dictating to a camera facing this door here, and not there. Okay, so these are the outside doors. This is just to the porch. There's another heavy wood door. Let me see if there's another picture of the door. No, not really. There's a heavy wood door inside here, and it's really hard to open. We had a heck of a time. Two of us had to push it open because it wouldn't open. That's how hard it was to get it open. Once we got it opened a little easier, but it's super heavy. It's a solid, thick oak wood door. And so, yeah, you guys can watch. You guys can watch that video. You guys can come back here and watch this video and see what you guys think. I don't remember how many people watched it, but it got just over 1,000 views. So that's pretty cool. I wish it would have gotten more because everything that happens in there was 100% real and stuff like that. And in the beginning of it, you even hear me like reacting to something. It sounded like somebody was walking around on the third level. Yeah. Like, what the hell's going on? I thought there was somebody in the house with me. Anyways, so yeah, that's coming up. We'll be out there for a Halloween special at the end of the month. I think we're gonna try and do some kind of podcast live, either from our camper or trailer that we have now, talking about it. Maybe standing outside of the Normandy Inn, doing a quick podcast, or we'll try and do it inside for you guys, and maybe we'll have some interaction from the ghosts, and maybe something will happen while we're inside, and who knows what's going to happen. Anyways, so yeah, that's our that's our fourth investigation coming up, ghost hunting investigation coming up. That'll be part of our series, Exploring the Unknown with Matt and Amanda. Speaking of that, I know I've talked about it quite a bit, and you guys haven't seen it yet. I've been going back and forth. I've tried to just keep bouncing ideas back and forth off of people, asking them for their feedback. And what I'm thinking is I might do it more as a series where you get, 3 or 4 episodes at the same location. When we were at the Cat Cafe, formerly the old jail, we just have so much video from there and so much interesting content. I hope you guys like it, that I think I can't put it all into a half an hour video. There's just no way. In fact, I've got over 100 hours of video. We had a lot of strange things happen while we were there. I mean, not trap cams, security cameras that are motion sensor going off in the jail for no reason. There's no reason. One would trigger out of 6. We had that place covered from that. There's only one way up and one way down. And there was no activity there, but yet the one in the back corner of the jail go off. So anyways, and then we had a lot of interactions. I think at the end of the night, you didn't see this on camera and I didn't put it out yet, but I had a conversation with what I believe is Joe. I think he was saying goodbye to me, and that was very, now that I've I've gone over, I don't know how many times, and Amanda's gone over and she wrote down what she thought it said. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't record the whole thing. It was about 15 minutes long, where he just talks straight through the spirit box. I mean, it came through like I've never heard before on a spirit box. And so, yeah, there was just a lot of activity over actually, we were there like 3 or 4 nights. I think we spent 2 weekends there filming. We might have to go back in the future here in the next couple of weeks and finish filming, but our filming schedule is going to get crazy. We're going to the Jefferson um, Bigfoot conference, which here's a better picture of the front door of the Normandy Inn. So you have these beautiful French doors, and then you can see the bigger door back here behind it through the glass. It's a very big, heavy wood door, and like I said, it's really hard to get open. They do ghost tours here. The Normandy Inn is said to be one of the 10 most haunted locations in uh, Galveston. Excuse me, I'm brain farting here. All right, so let's move on to the Bigfoot conference. I don't know if you guys are going to that or not, or if you even live in Texas. It's about 3 hours away for us, so we're going to be going on the Saturday. So if you guys are going, maybe we'll meet you there, and you can see the guest speakers that are going to be there. So it's going to be fun. I'll link this down in the description below so you guys can click on this. This is just their Facebook page. I don't know a whole lot of these people. Dr. Myra is from Expedition Unknown. I'm actually looking forward to talking to her because she's a primatologist, and I have so many questions about Bigfoots. I want to get her take on some things, and just go from there. I mean, the more I study gorillas and chimpanzees and other types of primates, the more I can relate it back to Bigfoot, what I've seen with Bigfoots, and the more I do the research, the more questions I have, and so I'm hoping she might have some answers to some of the questions I have. And then I don't know a whole lot of these other people. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to meeting these people and seeing what they have to say. We actually got invited to be basically put a booth in here back in 2021 or 2022. We just couldn't go at that point. So maybe in the future we'll host a booth at this location, maybe even become one of the public speakers. All right, so I was talking about Jefferson. So you're going, where's Jefferson? So if you're watching this on the video, Jefferson, Texas is a small little town. It supposedly is the Bigfoot capital of Texas. So if you kind of zoom out here, you can see all the pens in and around here. I mean, there's just a lot. It's over in East Texas. It's over close to the border of Texas and Louisiana. It's not very far from where Joe lived. And I mean, if you drew a straight line across from Dallas towards Louisiana, right at the border, that's basically where it's at. There's a lot of activity up here. The Texas Louisiana border, the Tennessee border, going into Missouri, the bottom of Illinois, Kentucky, Kansas, Oklahoma. This area, I don't have all the pins in here yet, but this is a very highly active area. And so it makes sense to me that there would be Bigfoots here. So we're going to go have fun at the conference. I don't know how long we're going to be there. Hopefully we're going to be there most of the day. And then can't leave the dogs alone too long. But yeah, we'll be there. We're going to have fun. We're going to be looking forward to meeting other Bigfoot people, hearing their stories, and maybe sitting down and having a dinner with them or something, maybe afterwards, and going from there. So originally we were going to pull the trailer out there and stay the night. But unfortunately, we can't take the dogs with us, and we can't leave them in the trailer all day long. They'll destroy the trailer. They're good dogs, but they don't want to be stuck in a trailer all day. So, and all night for more than about 8 or 9 hours. That's just not right. So, anyways, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And then I think Friday night we might cruise out and do some more Bigfoot research somewhere. But yeah, if you're going to be going to that, feel free to message me and let me know, and hopefully we'll meet you there. So, all right, let's see. One more thing I want to stop sharing the screen. What else do I want to tell you guys? Oh yeah, that's right. So we just got these. Oops. These are wireless microphones. Essentially, this plugs into the bottom of my phone. I have an iPhone now, so I basically just plug it in to the bottom of my phone, and it allows me to essentially have two mics. So Amanda can have one, I can have one. We can clip it on our shirt or whatever, and we can sit there and have a full on conversation and do a podcast live for you guys, or basically do them, the normal way at different locations. We're going to start visiting more interesting places. I know you guys love The Office. And then, now that I don't have the banner in the background, the view is not as nice, but you can kind of still see the hallway and the sleeping cats. There's actually three of them. There's one on a cat bed. I'm sorry, a cat tree behind that chair, and then there's another cat laying on the couch behind him. So, anyways, you can see Amanda's desk back there. Yeah, we're gonna be trying to get these shows out as quick as possible. I think, like I said, they're probably gonna be around half an hour shows. And we'll probably have multiple shows for one location. It'll probably be part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, if we have enough content for them. But anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If you did, please do me a favor. If you're on a YouTube or a Rumble page, just give us a like down below. Hit the thumbs up button. Please leave a comment. Have you had a Bigfoot? Have you had any kind of paranormal encounter? Especially Bigfoot. We're looking to fill in the pins on the map into different locations so we can continue to build those clusters. Even if they're old, even if they're 30, 40 years old, we're still putting them in there because the Bigfoot still are in those same areas. We want to know what I'm trying to do is let me go back and share my screen. This will be more easy for you guys to see if I'm sharing my screen. So what we're trying to do, you can see Texas here. I'll just use Texas as an example. But we're trying to do this through the whole United States. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to fill this up so that I can go through and I can find clusters. And I don't care if it's Bigfoot or UFO or ghosts or haunted locations or whatever, dogman, cryptid creature, whatever. If you have a real report, please send it in to me because I'm going to pin it on here. And then, whether it's Texas or somewhere else, I'd love to hear about your reports, and I will pin them on the map again so that there's no judgment. Just be honest. Don't feed me a bunch of baloney because I'm probably going to know it's baloney. But yeah, if you have a serious, real report, please feel free to come forward and talk to me about it. Again, I don't ridicule people. There's no judgment here. And I appreciate everybody who's been doing that lately. We've had probably 20 or 30 people recently come forward and tell me about their Bigfoot stories. And we've been able to pin them on the map. We've been pinning quite a few locations. I don't know where my pins just went. We've been pinning a lot of stuff out here, guys, out in the Brazos Valley. We've been pinning a lot of pins in here, different types of sightings, be it ghosts, be it cryptids, be it, and that covers Bigfoot and dogman, UFOs, but strange encounters out here. We've been pinning a lot of stuff here. And again, just because you see the blue dot, that doesn't mean it's just one sighting. It means there's possibly multiple sightings, and you can see there's starting to be a cluster here, a cluster here, a cluster here. That's what I'm trying to do. I know there's a lot more reports from this whole area. I imagine the reports go all the way up to Fort Worth and maybe beyond, all the way down to Houston. This section of land here seems to be a hotbed for activity. especially recently. So, like I said, feel free to contact me. You know, you can text me. My number's below. You can email me. My email's below. You can go on our website and go onto the chat box and send us a message that way. A lot of people have been doing that, which is great. I love to interact with you guys. You can go on our app and you can leave a message there. You can be anonymous. No big deal. So again, I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable or feel like they're going to get ridiculed or told their story isn't real or anything like that. If you have a real story, please, feel free to reach out to us. We hear stuff all the time that is strange and unusual. That's what we do. So, anyways, like I said, I'm trying to fill in this map because the more places I can put pins in, the better. Also, if you're in the Davy Crockett National Forest, please send me, please especially send me your stories. We want to get into the Davy Crockett National Forest, but we don't really have a place to start, and that forest is huge. So, there's a lot of places in and around this area. You can see there's a few pins in here, but I definitely want to add more pins. We're also going to be checking out, here's another one, Angeles National Forest. I've been talking to a lot of people about the Angeles National Forest lately. You can see all the new pins in and around this area. We definitely want to continue with that. And then, of course, the Sam Houston National Forest. Those are our three big spots right now. And then we're also for Bigfoot research. And then we're also going to be investigating more of the Franklin area, more of the 21, the OSR, the Texas OSR, going towards the 45, and then going the other way. We've got reports on both sides of that road out towards Hearn. And we're, like I said, we're dropping pins in those areas. We'll be happy to go out and just sit there and listen and try and document anything we hear. So, all right. That being said, again, thanks guys for being patient with us on the podcast. I did try and do a podcast last week. I tried to do a couple of podcasts last week with these. And I essentially had absolutely no volume. I thought I had done I did a whole 3 or 4 podcasts, and all of a sudden I realized there was no audio. There was audio when I was recording. I could see it, but when I went back to listen to it, there was no audio. It didn't transfer for some reason onto my computer. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you, and again, thank you guys again for liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment down below if you want to. If you're enjoying this content, please share. I think we get a lot of our followers on our YouTube and Rumble channels from Facebook and other social media. So if you wouldn't mind just sharing the video, if you like it, with your friends and family and whoever else, just put it on your page. We'd appreciate that. And we will catch you on the next one.